Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker and its teaser trailer debuted just over 3 weeks ago, and ever since then a lot of people have been very puzzled over multiple things that were presented in that teaser, such as Palpatine's laughter at the very end of the footage, the Death Star 2 wreckage, as well as Luke Skywalker's dialogue speaking throughout the teaser in the beginning. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one of the big things that a lot of people are really curious about is, of course, the next trailer and/or teaser trailer for Star Wars Episode 9 that is really going to give us a better insight into the movie and basically giving us a better understanding of where things are going for these new characters and some of the returning characters as well in the sequel trilogy. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and what's really exciting about the next trailer for Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is that it's described that both Disney and Lucasfilm are currently working on the new trailer for The Rise of Skywalker that is described to be a mixture between a BTS reel and a regular trailer. It's described that the footage will be presented in a way that Disney has never done before, with a Star Wars film, then that they are testing the waters to take their marketing approach in a new direction. It said that Disney aims to drop the next trailer for the film on July 19th during a Rise of Skywalker panel over at San Diego Comic-Con. Disney is currently aimed to release the new footage on July 19th, where they will also be revealing new plot points of the film, as well as answering many questions by fans about the movie. The next trailer is set to feature Kylo Ren more and is described to highlight that character in order to promote where Kylo Ren is in the story and hints as to where he is going. It's currently unclear if Chris Terrio will attend the panel, however J.J. Abrams as well as new members of the cast will be included that portray the new characters in the movie. So I want to go over a couple of parts about all of this. Now, for the longest time, a lot of people have been wondering as to why they really dialed back on Kylo Ren in the first teaser trailer that was shown over at Star Wars Celebration Chicago. Now, one thing I will say is that we do know that reshoots are happening as we speak, in case you guys did not know. They began reshoots at the very end of April, and now they are going throughout reshoots from, all the way to the end of April, all the way to the end of June, and quite possibly even further than that if needed, right? So a lot of the reshoots, as we went over yesterday, a lot of that footage is going to be inserted into the new trailer for Star Wars Episode 9, giving a more precise and accurate look at what the movie is really going to look like when it comes to some of our characters like Rey, Kylo Ren, the new characters that are being portrayed by Kerry Russell, Dominic Monaghan, Naomi Ackie, you name it. So one thing that I did like about the first teaser is that it was really well edited, it had great music that went along with it, and it just flowed perfectly, and I think that's exactly what they have to do for the next teaser trailer and/or trailer for Star Wars Episode 9. Now, particularly, we do know that they are aiming for July 19th of this year over at San Diego Comic-Con for a The Rise of Skywalker panel. Now, what's great about San Diego Comic-Con is that we do know that it's going to be very Star Wars focused this year, and we also have D23 as well, which is when they can also focus on The Rise of Skywalker this August, which most likely they will be doing something else over there as well on top of Comic-Con. But over at San Diego Comic-Con, we've had this history of Comic-Con with Star Wars for quite a long time now, I will say, throughout the movies, and over at that event, we usually do get a lot of answers. We usually get a lot of different questions that are being asked by the fans to the director and or the co-writer or whatever have you. And we do get to learn quite a bit more about this movie than what we got at Star Wars Celebration. Again, like I say, we do know that Disney and Lucasfilm are really trying to gear up their marketing for this movie now that Avengers Endgame is out of the way, and the fact that they are also focusing on The Lion King, they also have The Rise of Skywalker to focus on. So Disney as a company, they are very busy as we speak. This year is going to be a big year. They have Aladdin, they have Lion King, they have The Rise of Skywalker, they had Avengers Endgame, since, by the way, Disney owns Marvel. And they also have Spider-Man Far From Home, and that's another, Disney property because they own Marvel. So with that being said, what do you guys think about the upcoming trailer for Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker? Do you think that Comic-Con is the proper place to drop this on July 19th, the second day of Comic-Con, by the way? That's usually what they do anyway. They did do that with The Force Awakens, the second day over at Comic-Con, so it makes all sense. One thing that I will add, and what I must add, is that I'm really starting to wonder on whether or not Mark Hamill is going to go to Comic-Con, to make up for how he was not present over at Star Wars Celebration Chicago. Mind you, it wasn't his fault. He was busy filming Chucky, the new Child's Play movie. So now that he's done with that almost, he's got a couple more weeks to go, recording dialogue for Child's Play, before he is able to move on to pretty much, promoting his next movie, The Rise of Skywalker. So, like I say, guys, what do you think about everything related to Episode 9? What are your thoughts on this movie so far from what we have been hearing, from what we have seen, and a whole lot more? Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.